Oh, and well, this is just awesome. Here we go. There is, of course, that commonest of excuses for rejecting the difficult and taking life easy. I haven't time. But for the man who keeps his mind on the object, there is always time. Figure it out. About us in the services daily, we see busy men who somehow manage to find time for whatever is worth doing. While at the adjoining desks are others with abundant leisure who can't find time for anything. When something important requires doing, it is usually the busy man who gets the call. Haven't got time for that, huh? There's always time.
Yeah.
Always time.
And how can you ever have time if you don't take time?
That sounds cool, but I don't know what it means. Expand.
Who has time? But how can you ever have time if you don't take time?
Oh, so you got to take. Okay.
The
Credit
Matrix.
given. Is that where it's from?
Like part 2 or something like that.
There was a part 2 to that movie?
Bro, I think there's like a part 3 too.
Wow.
But anyway, that was a good one. It's true though. You know how like guys will be like, "Hey, I want to get in like really good shape or something like this. I want to get like real strong or whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay. You got to work out like this many. I don't have like time to." Well, then you don't have time. Then you can't get in shape. It's like saying I don't have the inclination. It's more or less the same thing. I don't have the time.
Yeah, I was with one of my buddies, and we were counseling someone, and my buddy said, "You don't care about this." And the guy says, no, I do care. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, why can't you show up on time? If you cared, you would show up on time.
Right. And
case closed. Yep. You're fired. That was that. I was like, you know what? Let's just stop talking because we're done. We're done because that's 100% accurate.
So true. So true. So as you probably know, I come from a long line of late people.
Yes, we've discussed that before.
So I kind of analyzed it where there was a time where I felt like, dang, I just can't be on time. It's like almost like this, like a mental or physical block almost. That's what it felt like. But then when I really analyzed it,
when you really realized it, you were just lazy.
No, I'm not lazy. It wasn't important. Just like how you're saying. Yeah. And this is what, so let's say work, for example. I was late literally more times than I was on time at work.
I would have fired you so many times.
Well, I did a good enough job.
I would have fired you and then rehired you so I could fire you again, just so I could take pleasure in it.
It probably would have been a good idea. Nonetheless, so when I analyzed it, I was like, wait, why am I late? Why don't I get prepared the night before or whatever it takes to be on time every single time? And just like it's not important. Like, why would I spend my off work time preparing to go be at work?
Yeah.
I should be resting or that's my off time.
Watching a little bit more television.
TV or whatever. Not working.
I think I can squeeze in another episode of this program.
Exactly right. Not working. Yeah. Why should I spend off work time doing work stuff like that? I'm not getting paid for kind of thing. You know, it's not important.
And that goes back to what this whole book starting off with, the attitude of trying to do a good job all the time. And actually somebody brought that up and somebody sent me a direct message. And this was a great point that I didn't think about. We got asked another question on the podcast about, hey, if you're getting told to go to a meeting that you're not going to get paid for. Hey, remember that conversation? Mm-hmm. This guy wrote me and said, hey, legally, that's illegal. Right. If you're on an hourly wage. So that's a great point that I didn't think of. I didn't think of it from a HR perspective. But that's a good point. Now you got people that you're breaking the law. Yep. So I kind of assumed that these guys were not being specifically compensated, but that they were maybe salaried employees that they were, but I could be wrong. And if those people are hourly, now you got to go to the boss and say, hey boss, I want to get this meeting going, but what you're doing to us and what you're doing to these guys is illegal.
Yeah.
Maybe the manager, a lot of times managers are salaried and the workers are hourly. Mm-hmm. So he would need to go, look, I'll come to the meeting because I'm on salary. It's all good with me. I'm here to win.
Yeah.
But the guys, I can't bring them in here unless you want to be looking at a labor lawsuit. Yeah. You in the game for that, boss? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
That's going to cost our company money. It's going to make us look bad. Let's do this another way.
Yeah.
Boom.
But that is a different element to the whole, like the point as far as what you're talking about. Like if something's like not important versus if it is important. Like it doesn't necessarily go for just work. That's why it goes for anything. Like if you're late to anything, like if you like this podcast, I'm rolling in late every single time. It's obviously because being on time isn't that important, and that bleeds into this podcast in one way or another. What we're about to do isn't important enough.
That's why you're on time, because it is important to you.
There you go.
Well, I'm glad, because it's important to me too.
And I will spend off my quote unquote free time doing stuff to prepare for, the on time stuff.
Well, that's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Otherwise, you'd be getting fired.
I'm just using this as a hype.
Give me another Echo Charles.
Right.
You got a twin brother, right? No one even know the difference.
Yeah, good point.
Although he probably genetically has the same problem. Being late.
I told you we come from a long line. Now, he knows the importance of, And it's a sign of disrespect too, by the way.
Yes.
It's like saying, not only do I not think what we've planned to do or agreed to do and all this time stuff, not only do I not think that's important, I don't respect how much you think it's important. That's what
and you
you're
don't
saying.
respect my time.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
Be on time.
Well,
and make time. Take time.
If you want to have time, you got to take time.
Yeah, and that's what's so I like about this guy's actually making fun of people that say I haven't got time. Because for the man who keeps his mind on the object, there is always time.